on an all-new Dr. Phil. They claimed their ex was living a lie.
Eric said that he had 3 master's degrees.
Played for the 49ers. He was a businessman. He had some real estate properties. He promised to buy me a home.
How was he able to con you into sending him money?
He didn't con me. I wanted to.
That's the con.
Now,
Eric is here.
they're ready to unload.
Will you give me a chance to talk?
You've been talking since I met you.
You knew you would never buy that house. You knew she would never sleep a night in that house when you were telling her it was going to be hers. Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Now, Eric, who you're going to meet today, claimed to be a widower, a Stanford University graduate, a former NFL player, and a major shareholder in several successful restaurants. But not everything is as it seems. We've tracked down his exes who say none of that is true. All of these women claim Eric is a compulsive liar who is possibly dangerous, as was the case with con artist and criminal Dirty John Meehan. Now, they say they are here to hold Eric accountable and confront him for the first time today. Let's start with Tiffany, who admits she fell for Eric big time and got lost in what she calls his detailed and elaborate stories. Take a look.
I met Eric about 8 years ago online. We immediately hit it off. Everything seemed to just come together. Everything was seamless.
I think our first full conversation lasted about 9 hours. I fell in love with her over the phone.
He told me he went to Stanford University. He played for the 49ers. He was a businessman. He had some real estate properties. I was completely amazed by all of the things that he had done. That was a happy time. Things were good. Things were new. Things were fresh.
She was a very genuine person, very kind-hearted. She's definitely one of those people that can make lemonade out of lemons.
Eric also told me that he was very wealthy and that his wife was tragically killed in a car accident and he was raising his 2 boys. I had extreme empathy for him. Eric explained to me that he was temporarily living with his brother in a dorm in Texas. He also said that his children were with a nanny in California. We were always on the phone. We were always online chatting. When I first met him online, he had lost his wallet. So I would order food for him and have it sent to his house. Since his wallet had been stolen and because he was extremely wealthy, all of his funds had been frozen. The 2 of us had been talking close to 2 months, and I wanted to meet him in person. I bought him a one-way ticket so that he could come and visit me. He came to my home for a 5 to 7 day visit, but he never left.
Really? After Eric moved in, Tiffany says their relationship quickly intensified. But then she claims things began to take a dark turn.
Eric is a complete con man. He's a fraud. He promised to buy me a car. He never did. He promised to pay the rent, and he wrote checks from a closed account. They would bounce. At one point, he even put an offer on a home. It was breathtaking. It was a dream home. I mean, when I say dream, I mean dream. It was gorgeous. I fell in love with that house. And he said that he closed on it. He told me that the house was ours. We were planning to move in, only we never moved in. It was just one big lie. What I realized was Eric was just a total fraud. He lied to me about everything. I felt like it was a scene out of the TV show Dirty John. After we had been together for about a year, I found out that I was pregnant. I was not happy. I was ready to get out of the relationship. The problem was I just couldn't bring myself to leave him. He had control over everything. All Eric was a stack of lies and empty promises.
Okay.
Hi.
Now, good to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for having me.
I'm really Dr. Phil. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is me. What attracted you to him to begin with?
Eric is the master charmer. He was extremely flattering. He was very, very intelligent. He was well versed on just about anything. The businesses that you heard in my story, the restaurants, the real estate. He knew about stocks. So of course, I'm thinking to myself, I can learn from this man. But in addition to that, he had a great sense of humor. Like he said, we were on the phone. I wouldn't say it was 9 hours for our first conversation, but we were on the phone all the time. If we weren't online, we were talking, and there was just this chemistry. I mean, he was just warm. But I think the thing that got me most was the children. He said that his wife was tragically killed, so immediately I felt empathy for him. He said that he was raising 2 boys on his own, and I'm thinking, wow, single man, father, 2 kids at home without a mother.
So he had everything except a box of puppies.
Pretty much.
Some of this is going to seem really obvious now, I know.
Right.
But this is for people to think through that maybe aren't as far into a con job as you are. Because if somebody's accomplished, as he says he is, businesses, he's been a success in the NFL, all this, he's lost his wallet. Mm-hmm. Okay, I've lost my wallet before, and I didn't have to have somebody from across the country send me money for a hamburger. But
it really sounds far-fetched.
So how was he able to con you into sending him money?
That was the thing. He didn't con me into sending him money. I wanted to. He painted this picture of being in need. I didn't see it.
No, that's the con. That's why they call it con.
I didn't see it. I saw someone who was in need, and that was one of the things that he learned about me in the very beginning. I gave him pretty much a blueprint of who I was, so he knew exactly what angle to come at me with in order to get something from me.
I want you to leave knowing some things you don't know before you got here.
Yes, sir.
That's why it's a con job. They make you want to do it. Otherwise, it's called mugging. If they mug you on the street, that's when they hit you in the head and get in your purse. But if they make you want to get in your purse and send it to them, then they've conned you into wanting to send them the money. If anybody is that accomplished, you would think he would know how to replace credit cards, how to...
The story that he painted,
his funds?
Right, that was the story that he painted, that because his wallet was stolen, because he was so wealthy, because he had all of this prestige, that they froze his funds. He had money that was coming out of his accounts to pay for his home, money that would automatically come to the nanny so that she was able to take care of the children. In terms of painting a story, there was always an excuse. There was always something to cover something else.
But you're a competent woman, right? And
yes,
you've done business and you do this. We had a fraud alert on our credit cards the other day, and they said, we have to shut these credit cards down. They FedExed us a replacement. It was there by 8 o'clock the next morning. That's how that really works.
I know that now. But at that point, it was one of those things. If I have to be honest, Dr. Phil, I was in
do that.
I was in a position.
You've been saying's a lie?
No, I'm just saying that I know a lot more now, looking back, about why I did certain things that I was not paying attention to when I was in it.
Okay.
And he caught me when I was green.
Okay, but you know that means 2 things. Number 1, it means that you have learned from your mistakes,
Absolutely.
which is critical. That means that's tuition. All that suffering and all that pain was tuition, not just penalty. You've learned from it.
Yes.
So you got to feel good about that.
Absolutely.
And secondly, it means that you were wanting to believe and hear what you wanted to hear, and you were willing to overlook red flags at the time. Now, there were some additional lies that you were told. There were so many, I made a list. He told you he was living with his brother, and he wasn't. He told you he had a nanny, he didn't. He told you that the mother was deceased, not true.
Yes.
She's actually here today.
I expected that.
Okay. Money frozen, but would reimburse food and airplane ticket. Going to buy you a home and a car.
Yes, that was as the relationship progressed.
Right. And you saw the home. Did you actually tour the home and all?
We toured the home. We looked at several homes, and this particular one that he said that he put the offer on, we were in and out of it. He brought in contractors, told them the specifications, things that he wanted changed. In terms of making this believable, he had everybody fooled.
And invest in a dance studio.
Yes.
And pay your rent.
Yes.
You were evicted.
Yes.
Okay, now, what do you think about that now? I mean, obviously that he's a liar.
Right.
What else?
He's the way that he is because no one has ever held him accountable. He's like a locust. He goes from place to place and person to person, sucking all of the resources out of whatever it is. And once he gets everything that he wants, he's on to the next. And if no one says anything, he continues to do it.
Here's his dating profile from 2018. I'm a widowed father who has moved back to Michigan from the Bay Area. I love vacationing and good food and good conversation. Okay, so this, he's still at this.
Yes.
Because this is very recent.
Right.
And so you say, clearly a pathological liar that doesn't hold himself accountable. But I think there's something much, much more going on here. I'm going to tell you what that is after the break. Now, Tiffany is not the only person from Eric's past who claims he is a liar. And Eric is here, as I said. He's been listening to this, so I'm going to ask him what he has to say. We'll be right back.
When I first met Eric, he told me that he was a retired employee from Google, that he had gone to Stanford, and that he had 3 master's degrees. And he also told me that he had played on the practice team for the 49ers. I feel like Eric is a con man who's mastered the art of manipulation.
Coming January 21st.
The Samuels are looking to the D word, divorce, separate, something like that.
Did they say divorce or separate? What? We just had a whole show prep with our producer, and no one told me we were gonna bring us up live on the air today.
She says that her and her husband are trying to fix their marriage and denying any divorce rumors.
All marriages go through stuff. Does that mean we're separated or getting divorced? Absolutely not.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes, Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men.
I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at?
Here we go.
It just got real.
Turn it up now.
Sunday.
I wish he didn't feel this way.
I think Usman played my mom.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What is the elephant in the room?
Happily Ever After Tell-All. No Limits. All new. Sunday at 8 on TLC.
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other name I don't remember?
Starting Friday.
You gotta get with it or get lost.
Ready to Love returns with new episodes, followed by the new series, All the Single Ladies.
You ladies have decided?
I am a prize. Friday at 8/7 Central. Part of Real Drama Weekends on OWN.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There's some things that I've heard.
It's so embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse. I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
Does your bank invest for you? I bet it doesn't. Acorn's checking does. It's banking for the growth-minded. Acorns. Grow your own.
Introducing Analon X, the only non-stick cookware engineered for flavor. Make it exquisite with our patented SearTech surface that holds oil in the center of the pan and caramelizes like cast iron. Make it delicious with our thick edge-to-edge steel base that retains heat and sears evenly. Make it with cookware designed to bring out every nuance and every flavor. Shop now and get free shipping at AnalonX.com.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
What can you prepare you for?
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
I've decided to go to rehab. I'm still here, bitches.
We got a big surprise. Gage is gonna be a big brother.
1,000 Pound Sisters, season premiere, Tuesday at 9 on TLC.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open book.
The three-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the f?
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
Tiffany claims her ex-boyfriend Eric was a serial dater, a con man who apparently told the same lies to numerous women. Another ex-girlfriend, Sheikah, says she has worked as an investigator in the past and used her research skills to find out who Eric really was.
I feel like Eric is a con man who's mastered the art of manipulation. When I first saw Eric online, he said that he was a widower. When I first met Eric, he told me that he was a retired employee from Google, that he had gone to Stanford, and that he had 3 master's degrees. He had to up me because I have 2 master's degrees. And he also told me that he had played on the practice team for the 49ers, and that he was part owner in Secrets Resorts, and that he owned 3 restaurants. Yes, this picture is from our first official date, where he took me to the restaurant that he said he owned. And I really like the fact that he was smart, and I like that he was taller than me. Soon after meeting Eric, he told me that his wallet had been stolen, that he needed help paying for a hotel room because his parents were still in the Bahamas with his children. And I felt bad for Eric, and I decided that I would help him pay for a hotel room. Eric was great at breaking promises. Eric even said he wanted to get me an SUV for my birthday, and we drove off the lot with the vehicle. But a month later, I had to turn the vehicle back in because the wire transfer that did not come through. Eric even promised that he could get one of my relatives into Stanford and a job at Google. It was all a lie. Eric even said that he had cancer and it was in remission, and that was a lie. We even went house hunting, walked through 5 houses, and Eric let me pick out the house that I liked the most. It was all a big scam. When I started digging and found out the truth about Eric, I was shocked to find out that his ex-wife was not dead. She was living out of the country with his children, whom he told me he was raising as a single father. I felt betrayed, and I felt that he had some serious mental health issues. I have a sick feeling that Eric may try some sort of retaliation against me, that I went out and purchased a gun and a concealed pistol license. Eric is capable of anything, and he may escalate into murder like John Meehan from Dirty John.
Sheikah, thank you for being here. You've been listening to everything we've been talking about.
Thank you.
So, and you've had all of that experience.
Yes, I've had all that experience, plus more.
Yeah, tell me the more.
Well, when I first met Eric, he said that his ex-wife had been killed by a drunk driver and that he was a single father. So that's initially what got me to look at his profile. I was concerned because he had his children posted up, and I told him, you know, you need to be careful because you could meet a mommy dearest type of woman. Your children look very young, and you're saying that you're looking for a wife. And so then we started talking from there. He told me that he was about to go in the hospital, and he would call me back when he finished. So after about 6 hours passed, I texted him and said, hey, are you okay? And then he said, no, I'm not. My wallet was stolen. So he said his wallet was stolen while he was under anesthesia at the hospital. About 2 days later, he was saying that he could not reach anyone in his family to help him out with the hotel. His parents were out of the country with his children, and he had just relocated from California. So I felt bad for him. I hadn't given help to people in a while, so I said, well, it won't really hurt me if I get him a hotel room. So I got him a hotel room.
For how long?
It was 2 days. So then he ended up back in the hospital, and I met him for the first time when he was in the hospital. He was having some complications from the stress of his wallet being stolen. So I went to go see him in the hospital, and he was in the hospital for a while. I was listening to what the doctors were saying and everything when I was in the room. He let me stay in the room while they were giving out his personal information. So it sounded legit to me.
But he was in there for stress from having his wallet stolen?
That's what I thought. He was in there for vertigo, but I believe that he was faking the vertigo symptoms and every other symptom that he was presenting in the hospital because
the doctors were in there with you? What
Yes.
were they saying? This is wallet syndrome, or what were they saying?
No, the doctors were acting like he really had vertigo, and they were running tests to figure out what was wrong with him. He racked up a $40,000 bill at the hospital that he did not pay. He said that he had insurance, and he did not have insurance. He gave the hospital a fake name. He also gave me a fake name. And it was all just a con because he didn't have anywhere to stay after the hotel.
Well, I made a list of lies he told you as well. We can add these to yours, that the parents were out of the country.
Yes.
But he told you his mother was dead.
Yes, his mother died.
So told
He
you.
told me his biological father was dead, and that's a lie also.
Mother was out of the country, but told you he was dead. But he was inheriting millions.
He told me he had already inherited millions from his grandfather, who was in organized crime before he passed away.
But needed money for a hotel room.
Yes, because his wallet had been stolen while he was under anesthesia at
And
the
he had
hospital.
all the millions in that wallet?
No, he had his credit card and his ID, so he couldn't rent a hotel room without his credit card and his ID, and it was late in the evening.
Remission from cancer.
Yes, he was in remission from cancer. He had Asperger's, which made me stay with him a little bit longer because I thought that he had a disability, but all that was a lie. He mimicked all of those symptoms.
Then he froze sperm before chemo.
Yes.
And that he was going to buy and give you a home and cars.
Yes.
And he was going to set up this way for you to get $90,000 a year.
Yes.
A job.
So that I could retire, so that I could volunteer instead of having to go to work every day.
Yeah. And these are the cars.
Yes, those were the cars.
Did you actually get one of these for a short time?
I got both of them.
And what happened?
I had one for a month and then the other one for a week. When the wire transfer didn't show up to the car lot, they called him and told him that he needed to return the cars. So the cars were returned.
He knows he's getting your hopes and dreams up here. You actually bought a wedding dress.
We were supposed to be getting married on the 29th of this month.
Coming January 21st.
I'm back. Life has been pretty busy for winter. No more Kevin. Kevin is gone.
Your new song.
A new hit.
The new song. What is it? Tell me about the song.
It's centered around gutter Barbies.
Gutter Barbie.
Yes.
What's that?
In the midst of my frustrations, I referred to Arena and Ashley as gutter Barbies.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other name I don't remember?
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men. I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at?
Here we go.
It just got real.
This is Marianne's first time visiting Paris.
Madame, où allez-vous?
Before Marianne packed her bags, before she attempted her first sentence in French, before she completed her first 15-minute lesson,
Yes.
she downloaded Babbel. Babbel helped unlock her lifelong dream of learning French. She started speaking in just 3 weeks. So when it came time to tell the cab driver to take her to the Hotel Pierre,
J'aimerais aller à l'Hôtel Pierre.
Oh, c'est très bien. J'espère que votre voyage s'est bien passé.
150 language experts and educators designed Babbel to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language. Babbel focuses on natural conversation. You'll remember what you learn, and you can speak and pronounce with confidence. Start speaking a new language in 3 weeks. Try it for free at Babbel.com.
Let the chips fall where they may. Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well. If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
It's so embarrassing. Okay, sweetheart. Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open bud.
The 3-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the f?
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3. Saturday at 8/7 Central. Starting Friday.
You gotta get with it or get lost.
Ready to Love returns with new episodes, followed by the new series, All the Single Ladies.
You ladies have decided?
I empathize.
Friday at 8/7 Central. Part of Real Drama Weekends on OWN.
Sunday.
I wish he didn't feel this way.
I think Usman played my mom.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What is the elephant in the room?
Happily Ever After Tell-All. No Limits. All new. Sunday at 8 on TLC.
They dominate renovations. Now Twin Titans clash for real estate supremacy. With one rule.
There are none.
Legacies are on the line.
Game on.
Brother versus Brother premieres tonight at 9 on HGTV.
Now, this mansion that you claimed he offered to buy you, we have it located here. This is in a nice neighborhood, and I mean, it's a really nice place, right?
Yes, it is a really nice house, a 10,000 square foot house. And he fooled everyone, the contractors. He had to show proof of purchase for us to bring the contractors in. He did that. We had the real estate agents. We viewed 5 houses. He let me pick out the one that I liked the most. We viewed about 100 houses online. He was very particular about what he wanted in the house. He spent about 2.5 hours in there with the contractors.
And you actually bought a wedding dress.
Yes, I did, because we were supposed to be getting married on the 29th of this month.
Of this month?
Yes.
Okay. You know, I said before you came out, you were listening, and I said there's a much darker pathology here than just a pathological liar. And I mean, clearly, he's got a problem in lying, right?
Right.
We know that. But I said there's a darker pathology, and you got to wonder what I mean by that, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, people always ask me, they see something like this or worse, and they say, Dr. Phil, who does that? Who does that kind of thing? Put yourself in his position for a minute. When he's walking the two of you through this mansion, he knows he's not buying this mansion. He knows he's getting your hopes and dreams up here. He knows that he's getting your expectations up to a point where you're thinking, this is a man I love, we're going to have this dream home, we're going to have this great life. And the whole time, at some level, no matter how much he may delude himself, he knows this ain't happening. So this is the dark pathology. He is absolutely uncaring about what that's going to do to you when this all hits the wall and your dreams come crashing down. When you face the reality that you have been betrayed, played for a fool, your heart is broken, and everything that he presented for his hero moment so he could strut in the moment comes crashing down, he has no empathy at all for how you're going to feel. So it's not just that he told the lie, it's that he has no regard whatsoever for the feelings of another human being that has depended on him, stopped their life, invested on him, opened themselves up to him, and he knowingly leads them to the emotional slaughter. That's cold. That is a darker pathology. What kind of person would do that? That is a cold person that has not just a lack of regard for you, but a contempt. That is a contempt. That is a vicious way to treat someone. That's not just a passivity. That is an active, vicious way to treat someone. Now, Tiffany and Chica's ex-boyfriend, Eric, is here, as I said. He's been listening to this, so I'm going to ask him what he has to say about what I just said. He hasn't seen Tiffany in over 3 years and says, as for Chica, she is just as much a liar as he is. Well, we'll hear what he has to say next. We'll be right back.
Lying to me is so easy and natural. It's more natural than telling the truth. Every woman that I've ever dated has always said, you're a great guy, except for the fact that you can't tell the truth.
Closed captioning provided by...
People gonna talk in D.C.
Yo, we coming.
They're claiming the Samuels are looking to divorce.
Him and his dad are not speaking.
Wait.
Welcome.
We're gonna be out on our own little island. It's called peace.
I'm gonna go before I whip your
The
ass.
sisterhood just went out the window.
I'm back.
Then own them. And again.
Love and Marriage DC returns Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men.
I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at?
Here we go.
It just got real.
Turn it up now.
Welcome to Who's Talking. We have two things in common, and I bet you don't know either one of them.
Do I get a hint? I don't think I chose the universe. I think the universe chose me.
Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, Sunday nights at 7 on CNN.
He fooled everybody. Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first?
My mother.
Why?
Because I wanted her to hear.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Love can prepare you for that.
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
I've decided to go to rehab. I'm still here, bitches.
We got a big surprise. Gage is going to be a big brother.
1,000-Pound Sisters, season premiere, Tuesday at 9 on TLC.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I heard.
It's so embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse. I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other name I don't remember?
Starting Friday.
You gotta get with it or get lost.
Ready to Love returns with new episodes, followed by the new series All the Single Ladies.
You ladies have decided?
I empathize.
Friday at 8/7 Central. Part of Real Drama Weekends on OWN.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open bud.
The 3-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the f?
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
If you ask me, I think Eric is a ticking time bomb, and he could potentially be dangerous.
Just give Eric more time and he's going to end up really harming someone or killing someone.
I had to cut off all contact with him. It's been almost 3 years, and I have not seen or spoken to Eric. What I would like to tell Eric face to face is, I feel nothing. I don't want anything to do with him. And the only thing that I have for you now is pity.
Tiffany and Chica share the same ex-boyfriend, Eric, and claim that their separate relationships with him were filled with his grandiose lies, empty promises, and abusive behavior. They say his behavior reminds them of the well-known con artist and criminal Dirty John Meehan. Now, Eric admits he stretches the truth, but he insists that he's never been abusive.
As far back as I can remember, I've always had an issue not being truthful with people. Lying to me is so easy and natural. It's more natural than telling the truth. I mix lies with the truth. There's never been a tactical thing in my brain where I say, okay, I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D and get an E as a result. Lying has damaged every single romantic relationship. Every woman that I've ever dated has always said, you're a great guy, except for the fact that you can't tell the truth. I've actually been told that by my exes. Even when I'm meeting somebody brand new, it could be a lie about what my name is, what do I do for work, how much money I make. I think I even lied about being in the NFL. I think I've said I went to Stanford. I think I've been to around 10 universities, and I probably have 89 degrees. In the reality, I've never gone to college. Tiffany was my dream woman. I definitely lied because I wanted her to want me as much as I wanted her.
Eric is attracted to smart, pretty black women with big boobs.
And we probably would still be together if I had just told the truth. I've let a lot of people down because of my chronic lying. It makes me feel guilty and sad. My hope is that somebody can tell me what's wrong with me and either give me medication or surgery or something so that I can fix this.
Eric, Dr. Phil.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Well, Eric, you've not seen Tiffany for 3 years?
Yes, that's correct.
And how long since you've seen Sheikah?
Maybe a month. Maybe not that long. It's hard to, hard to remember everything.
Right. How do you feel seeing Tiffany right now?
It's hard, very hard to see her because I know that I hurt her very badly. We have a son together, and so there's a different dynamic there.
If you have a son together, why haven't you seen her for 3 years? Have you seen the son?
Not for a while, no. Not for, I think it's been 3 years now. Tiffany cut all contact off with me, completely justified. I think she warned me and warned me and warned me, hey, listen, if you don't start telling me the truth, I'm gonna be done with you. And once I'm done with you, that's it. And that's exactly what she did, and I think what she did was 100% justified.
This was not about you telling the truth. This was about you establishing paternity if you genuinely wanted to be a father to your son. Let's make sure that we cover everything that it is that we need to cover. I told you that you telling the truth was only about you. It was what you wanted to do with your life. If you wanted to continue to live a lie, then continue to live the lie. But if you wanted to be active in our son's life, in your other son's life, and it was going to be important for you to actually be a stand-up citizen so they had somebody positive to look at. But establishing paternity was the first step. You didn't even bother to show up for the appointment so that you could sign the birth certificate. So let's call a spade a spade.
I asked you about why you hadn't seen your son, and you answered why you hadn't seen Tiffany. I'm asking you why you haven't seen your son.
The same thing is true. I mean, my son lives with Tiffany. Tiffany's a great mom. She takes care of him. The two kind of go hand in hand.
No, actually they don't. You have a relationship with your son, and you don't have a relationship with Tiffany, but you have a relationship with your son and a responsibility to your son as his biological father. Why are you not exercising those parental rights?
I think I struggled with, number one, and how to do that, when to do that. And also there's a part of me that feels like not quite sure that I even am worthy of being in his life.
I can agree. I can agree. I'm sorry, Dr. Phil, you don't know. My son is on the autism spectrum.
Right.
So when it comes to mimicry and it comes to showing the same behaviors as everything that it is that you see in your environment, having someone who can't tell the truth, having someone who can't care about anyone else, you don't even care about yourself, you're absolutely right. You're not worthy of being in his life.
You have 4 kids that you know about.
Yes.
You have 6 or more kids, it's not just 4. You probably have at least 20 children. You probably got someone pregnant while you were here.
Closed captioning provided by...
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men. I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at? Here we go.
It just got real.
Turn it up now.
Coming January 21st.
I'm back. Life has been pretty busy for winter. No more Kevin. Kevin is gone.
Your new song.
A new hit.
Your new song. What is
Listen,
it? Tell me about the song.
It's centered around gutter Barbies.
Gutter Barbie.
Yes.
What's that?
In the midst of my frustrations, I referred love to Arena and Ashley as gutter Barbies.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
I love cooking with Analon X. It's just the best. So whenever I'm cooking and I put the oil in the center of the pan, it stays right where I put it.
So one of the things I noticed about these pans is they have this beautiful sear tech surface. And it just makes the searing way easier compared to my old nonstick pans.
It cooks really evenly, so there's no hot spots, so everything turns out amazing.
Overall, things taste much better.
Shop now and get free shipping at analonx.com.
With Acorns, every time you spend, you invest. Buying a hot dog? That's investing. Getting gas? That's investing. Getting treats? That's investing. Start investing with just your spare change.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open book.
The 3-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the f?
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Love, can we prepare you for that?
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
I've decided to go to rehab. I'm still here, bitches.
We got a big surprise. Gage is gonna be a big brother.
1,000-Pound Sisters, season premiere, Tuesday at 9 on TLC.
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other name I don't remember?
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
So embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next. I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
So why are you seeing Sheikah? Why'd you see her a month ago?
Because we were in a relationship together.
And are you out of a relationship now?
Yes.
So are you done with this
Yes,
relationship now?
I'm totally done with him.
Okay. And you say that you have 4 kids that you know about.
Yes.
You have relationships with the other 3?
I have relationships with my 2 oldest sons. I speak with them over the phone. We video chat
But you
and
haven't
whatnot.
seen your sons in 11 years, and you have 6 or more kids. It's not just 4. So you're
You
lying
say I have
right
6
there.
more- 6 or more
just
kids.
because you haven't had a paternity test yet, you know that you were with those women. You probably have at least 20 children. You probably got someone pregnant while you were here. Nothing's funny. Nothing is funny. Nothing is funny about what you do to people. It's not funny at all.
Well, I kind of put together, because, I mean, I had to do a timeline here to figure this out with regard to your past relationships. Now, this is according to Sheikah, and, you know, we can figure this out. But so in 2001, you had your first child, a daughter, a relationship with a woman we'll just call woman 1. We don't need to name her. Then in 2002, you married Martha. You had your second and third children, and then you divorced in 2008. Then in 2010, you had a relationship with Courtney.
Yes.
Okay, this was 10 to 11. Then from 11 to 15, you had a relationship with Tiffany. And this is when you had your 4th child, a son.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in 2015, you had a relationship with another unnamed woman that we'll call number 2. You lived with her and her son. Then in 16, you had a relationship with an unnamed woman we'll call number 3. And according to Sheikah, you had your 5th child, a daughter, had a relationship with an unnamed woman we'll call number 4, had your 6th child, a daughter, and then in 16 to 18, relationship with Tori, and then in 18, relationship with Sheikah here. And so what you're debating is number 5 and number 6.
Yeah, I haven't had paternity. I don't know. Is there a possibility? Absolutely, there's a possibility. You know, I had relationships with those women. Some of them were short. Is there a possibility? Yes, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Why are you lying to these women?
That's why I'm here to find out. I've lied as far back as I can remember, probably since I could talk, if I had to guess. I've always lied to anybody and everything about everything. Could be something as simple as what I had for lunch or anything. And I'm here because I'm 37 years old. At some point in time, I would like to be able to have a relationship with anybody and everybody in my life so that I know it's truthful, they know it's truthful, but more importantly, I don't like the hurt that it causes.
He's playing the victim right now. This is not even the way that he normally acts. He works the room, he's very outgoing, and he's trying to play the victim card right now. You're not even acting like you normally act.
Who said anything about being a victim?
I'm
admitting readily
that
I've lied and that I've hurt people.
But this is not how you act.
There's no victim.
You're very outgoing, you work the room, so this is not even how you normally act.
I haven't even looked at the room.
But
anyway.
My problem is that you're admitting that you lied, but this isn't the first time that you've admitted it. You went through a whole gamut of everything that you said you lied to me about, and even in the midst of telling me all of that, you were still lying. So it's not a matter of, I don't realize I'm lying. There's got to be something more than that. You know exactly what it is that you're telling people. You can look them dead in the face and say, the sky is green, and it not mean anything to you.
So when did Eric begin to lie and deceive people? His mom says she knows exactly how it all started. So I'm going to bring her out after the break and see what light she can shed on all this. We'll be right back.
Through the years, I have gotten phone calls from women periodically. I would receive a call from a young woman, and she says, does he have a private plane and a runway? I said, no. I said, Eric is unemployed and lives in my basement.
Coming January 21st.
The Samuels are looking to the D word, divorce, separate, something like that.
Did they say divorce or separate? What? We just had a whole show prep with our producer, and no one told me we were going to bring us up live on the air today.
She says that her and her husband are trying to fix their marriage of denying any divorce rumors.
All marriages go through stuff. Does that mean we're separated or getting divorced? Absolutely not.
Love and Marriage DC. New episodes Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central. Starting Friday.
You gotta get with it or get lost.
Ready to Love returns with new episodes, followed by the new series, All the Single Ladies.
You ladies have decided?
I empathize. Friday at 8/7 Central. Part of Real Drama Weekends on OWN.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open book.
The 3-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Love, can you prepare you for that?
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
He told everybody. Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first? My mother. Why? Because I wanted her here.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men. I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at? Here we go.
It just got real.
Turn it up now.
Sunday.
I wish he didn't feel this way.
I think Usman played my mom.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What is the elephant in the room?
Happily Ever After Tell-All, No Limits, all new, Sunday at 8 on TLC.
All these young, untimely deaths
for your kid. Fame can be poisonous.
He shared with me something, I hesitate to even say it.
The Price of Glee, 3-part limited series. Monday at 9 on ID.
Egypt and Mike are back to business.
Winning.
Balancing project bids.
Offer accepted.
And busy kids.
Here we go.
This team tackles it all.
You can do that.
I can do anything.
Yeah.
Married to Real Estate premieres Thursday at 9 on HGTV.
Let the chips fall where they may. Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well. If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
So embarrassing. Okay, sweetheart. Next. I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse. I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central.
Sheikah has told me several lies. She lied about being pregnant. She sent me a photoshopped sonogram.
I credit Chica 100% for being the whistleblower on Eric.
At one time in my career, I was an investigator for an agency. I found out there were 2 children that Eric failed to mention. I found out that I was just one of a dozen women he had conned.
She hacked into my tablet, my phone. Chica posted my picture and made 3 different profiles on a website and warned other women to stay away from me, that I was dangerous. She's like, I didn't do any of those things.
I was able to locate Eric's parents, and I was even put in contact with his mom, Jody.
When it comes to Eric's mom, I think that she would be able to connect a lot of the dots of what he's been doing.
Well, Eric admits that he has been deceiving others his entire life. He says when he talks, he gets excited and can't help it. When lies just start coming out of his mouth, he just gets all wound up and just starts saying things. His mother agrees and says, if Eric says the sky is blue, you should go outside and check.
When I think about what my son Eric has done, it breaks my heart. There is an ongoing joke in the family. Everybody knows that Eric lies. Eric's lying has separated us. I don't trust my son. I don't feel I can depend on my son to follow through with anything. He's almost 40 years old. I have said, you know, you've got to change. Nothing does change. Through the years, I have gotten phone calls from women periodically. I would receive a call from a young woman, and she says, does he have a private plane and a runway? I said, no. I said, Eric is unemployed and lives in my basement. I told one of his girlfriends, you need to run as fast as you can. Too bad she didn't listen. When Chica brought it to light to me what Eric had done even to her and what he had done to previous women, I was livid. I do know that my son has hurt people. It makes me feel horrible. I feel horrible as a mom. I'm like, what did I do wrong? It's always my dream to be a grandmother. I miss my 2 oldest grandchildren. There isn't anything I can do when Eric doesn't have custody of any of his children. I'm mad at Eric because I feel like I've missed out on being a grandparent. I don't get to do the normal things that grandmas get to do, like buy him toys. His life has spiraled so far. I mean, here he is, you know, he's gonna appear on Dr. Phil. That's a good sign that your life has spiraled so far out that somebody's taken notice.
Jody, thank you for being here, and I know you're being straightforward about this because you want him to get some help, right?
Oh, absolutely, Dr. Phil, completely. He needs the help, totally.
And, you know, I said that the darker pathology here was not just that he lies, but his apparent lack of empathy or caring for what it's doing to other people. He's not going to be buying a mansion in some neighborhood. You know that when you say it, right?
I think so, yes.
You think so? You either do or you don't.
I never set out, especially with Tiffany, I never set out to try to take from her. I think, honestly, even over and above my wife, Tiffany was the only woman that I was ever actually really in love with.
Didn't you tell Chica the same thing?
You said that that we were the only 2 that you were in love with, so now it's just Tiffany. But you were ready to marry me. You're ridiculous. You're
definitely
ridiculous.
Not ready. They're definitely not ready to marry you.
You're ridiculous.
Here's the bottom line. I want to tell you, I lied to you.
You did lie.
I lied to you.
You lied on the tape,
Will you give me
about
Will you give me a chance
You
to
lied
talk?
about the tape on me, too.
Did you lie
You've
as well?
been talking since I met you.
Did you lie well? Did you lie as well?
You've been talking. And guess what? I gave you a case of your own medicine, and all of us knew. And all of us knew except for you. And you tried to get me pregnant, just like you tried to get everybody pregnant.
I tried to get you
that's
pregnant,
your
but
thing.
you have a tubal ligation?
That's your thing. Just like you have a vasectomy. Do you have a vasectomy? Because that's how you got child number 5 and 6. You lied and told those women that you had a vasectomy.
No, but he will be having a vasectomy.
You probably already got somebody pregnant here because you're nasty. You're nasty like that.
On Friday.
And I definitely don't need you. And I definitely could get somebody else, and I made you look good. So remember
Then
that.
why did I have
Always
to block
remember
you?
that.
Why did I
Always
have to
remember
block
that.
you on
Because
social
you didn't
media?
want to hear what I had to say.
Hold on, what do you want to say?
I have a lot to say, actually. You know, I mean, I think as his mom, I think I know him probably better than anybody in this room.
Maybe.
I know what he's about. I know when his lies started. He's been doing it all of his life. He's lied to me. These guys, I feel for them. I do. I am so sorry for the actions of my son. And I think I've expressed that to both of you. He has a problem. This isn't something that a normal person does.
What do you think is the problem?
I think there's a combination of things. I think he lacks self-esteem. I think he's been depressed. I think there's many things that have contributed to this whole scenario.
I never thought that it would come to that. I always thought that...
No, wait a minute. No. You knew she would never sleep a night in that house when you were walking through it telling her it was one day going to be hers. This... Closed captioning provided by...
Do you want your man or not? Do you know your plans or not? You gonna go back home or not? You gonna claim your throne or not? Is you Khaleesi or that other name I don't remember?
Something about the Playboy brand had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
It's a ticket to the highlight.
Enough can prepare you for.
The Playboy Murders, all new series, Monday, January 23rd at 10 on ID.
I think it's my time to find love.
I want to date younger men. I'm as sexual as I was in my teens.
Where's all the men at?
Here we go. It just got real.
Come on, open book.
Okay, open book.
The 3-part reunion concludes.
She is the definition of the devil. You have a dark soul. Oh.
Damn, Tisha.
Damn.
You don't want to miss.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?
What the f?
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing so many lives.
This.
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Tension's gonna fly.
Everybody's dating each other, but everybody knows they're dating each other.
Your directness is getting out of hand.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, well.
If you're looking for a man, say amen.
Amen.
There are some things that I've heard.
So embarrassing.
Okay, sweetheart.
Next.
I think he's a fraud, and I don't think he's a good person.
It's only gonna get worse.
I ain't gonna do this with everybody.
This is too much.
Ready to Love. New episode Friday, 8/7 Central. Starting Friday.
You gotta get with it or get lost.
Ready to Love returns with new episodes, followed by the new series All the Single Ladies.
You ladies have decided?
I am a prize. Friday at 8/7 Central. Part of Real Drama Weekends on OWN.
LeBron's on vacation. How about we throw the party here? We gonna invite all the celebrities.
Have you seen how out of control this party is?
He eating an apple in the party. That's the sign of a madman right there.
House party, rated R.
People gonna talk in D.C.
Yo, we coming.
They're claiming the Samuels are looking to divorce.
Him and his dad are not speaking.
Wait. Welcome.
We're gonna be out on our own little island. It's called peace.
I'm gonna go before I whip your ass.
Sisterhood just went out the window.
I'm back. Then own them.
Again and again and again. Love and Marriage DC returns Saturday, January 21st at 8/7 Central.
Welcome to Who's Talking. We have two things in common, and I bet you don't know either one of them.
Do I get a hint? I don't think I chose the universe. I think the universe chose me.
Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, Sunday nights at 7 on CNN.
He fooled everybody. Please don't let him have hurt somebody.
What did you do first? My mother. Why I wanted her to hear.
Evil Lives Here, all new season, Sunday, January 22nd at 9, followed by Signs of a Psychopath, all new season on ID.
Well, we're out of time today. Tiffany and Sheikah are not the only ones to accuse Eric of constant lying and scams throughout their relationship. Tomorrow, the list continues as other women come forward with even more to say about Eric. Take a look. You will not want to miss this. Log on to drphil.com and share your thoughts on our message boards, and you can learn more tips about how to uncover a liar by going to my website. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and don't forget to check out my new podcast, Fill in the Blanks. We'll see you tomorrow.